Bavaria, you'll find colorful murals adorning the buildings. Here in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, we met the artist who brings these walls to life.
Gerhard Ester has been called the Michelangelo of Garmisch. He's a modern-day Renaissance man whose work is displayed throughout the region.
So how many buildings have you painted in this town?
Many.
25 or 100?
Gerhard is commissioned to create frescoes on buildings around the globe and is entrusted with restoring these historic murals which date back to the 1500s.
You sign each building that you paint?
That's my
This is the year you did it. How long did it take you to do this particular building?
I think 2 months.
The murals often represent local legend or historical figures.
Tell me about this building.
This house is built in 1611, but the painting is from 1800. The 2 soldiers looking out from the window, it's a time from Napoleon.
Gerhard took us to one of his favorite restoration projects.
Then I will show you the oldest painting in Garmisch. Many businessmen from Germany come to Italy and see in Italy painting on the wall. And they bring it to Germany, to Bavaria.
So you said you like to drink beer. Tell me what your favorite place is.
The next place I will show you.
Okay. This way?
Yep.
Stepping into another building that Gerhard had painted, we had the distinct impression that this was not a tourist establishment. These characters were as local as they come.
Something important to know when you're traveling in Germany. When you see a table with the Stammtisch sign on it, you can't sit there. You have to be with an important local. Invitation only. Prost. How long have you been sitting at this same table?
I don't know exactly. I think 30 years.
30 years. That's respectable.
Just a few minutes from the center of Garmisch is the Hausberg ski area. We hopped on board the Magic Carpet and headed up to catch one of the races of the International Ski Carving Tour. The racers use short 165 centimeter skis with elevated plate bindings to get maximum edge control.
Is it difficult to ski?
No, it's not. It's easier than normal skiing.
Carving skiing can be done with or without poles. The racers abandon their poles for better aerodynamics.
That's the thing what's so good with the ski. You can do it with poles and have fun. You can do it without poles and have other fun.
Each racer must decide how aggressive a line to take through the course.
You have points in different color, yellow, red, blue, green. If you turn the yellow point, you get 1 point. And if you turn the blue button, you get 4 points.
The racer with the highest point total is the winner. What makes the sport so challenging is that you only have 20 seconds to complete the course. Exceed that and you're disqualified. What does it feel like when you're just diving into it?
Geil.
What does that mean in German?
It's Bavarian. It's great.
The Bavarian lust for life comes through in their language as well as their skiing. Of the many historic villages in Bavaria, one every traveler should visit is Mittenwald.
I think the village is very pretty, quaint, old town type.
The region was settled in the 8th century, and many of the same families have been here for over a millennium.
There isn't another town which is just as nice as Mittenwald.
Imagine being a child in a big family in a small village. The family's so poor that they can't afford to feed you. And at the age of 10, being shipped off to Italy to learn a trade. Well, such is the story of Matthias Klotz and the village of Mittenwald.
20 years later, Matthias returned from Italy. He was now the master of a trade and transformed Mittenwald into a violin-making capital.
We go to the Violin Museum, the home of Matthias Klotz.
Matthias set up his business in this tiny shop, bringing with him an unusual talent honed under a master in Cremona, Italy. He had a passion for perfection, and his reputation began to grow. His violins were compared to the legendary Stradivarius, and it said that Mozart's concert violin was made right here. Matthias discovered that spruce and maple from the nearby forest provided the ideal timber for his instruments.
The wood, spruce, 10 years, and maple, 15 till 20 years.
For what? To dry?
Yeah.
After Matthias brought the violin trade to Mittenwald in the late 1600s, the unknown village began to flourish. Other violin makers began opening shops, and importers brought in ebony for the fingerboards from Africa. 3 centuries later, the tradition lives on.
Why did you choose to be a violin maker?
I wanted to make a profession with wood, and wood carving is my profession. And there is in Mittenwald a violin maker school since 150 years, and I can learn there. The most in the day I work 8, 9, 10 hours, and then I haven't time to play.
Do you make each neck different? Or?
Yes, there are different kinds. There are models from old Italian violins like Guarneri and like Stradivari, and they have different screw. Matthias Klotz has a fine little screw, and the Stradivari is bigger. It's a different shape, and a higher shape and a lower shape, and the thickness from the wood is different. And you can hear, you can more wood outcarve, and it's thinner, and the sound goes deeper. And if you it's make thicker, it is higher in the sound. And you can make a difference on the violins.
Right. I would love to see you play one of your violins, or maybe show me some of the different tones or different sounds.
For me, yeah.
It takes about a month for Anton to create a single violin, which will sell for $6,000 to $12,000. Matthias Klotz violins are considered collector's items and could command $500,000.
And the sound is
Do you put your signature on the violin?
yes.
Besides?
We have inside my name,
Ah, yeah.
the town Mittenwald, and the year.
So you have your signature there and
Yeah.
here.
And here in the F hole, and here. People 100 years ago can say, oh, this is from Anton Moller Mittenwald.
The train that runs through the valley allows easy access from the center of Garmisch to several ski areas.
Awesome. It should be a great day up there, huh?
The Alpspitzbahn whisked us to the top of the mountain. It was the first week of April, and we were blessed with a healthy dusting of fresh powder.
Just perfect. They had plenty of snow from the past few days, and it opens up, and everything's good to go.
After cutting fresh tracks through the trees all morning, we emerged to make some turns on the world-famous Kandahar downhill course.
Here in Bavaria, they have some unique ways to enjoy the cold winter weather and the ice and snow.
Bavarians claim this sport to be their own and call it Eisstock. It seems like a combination of curling and shuffleboard.
Yes, two teams.
Two teams, okay. And so, do you have different colors, or you just know?
No, just it's marked by something around.
Points are earned by getting your disc closest to the marker.
You have to swing it very fast, and you have to do it very calm and softly bring it on the ice.
On this particular day, the ice was occupied by novices as well as competitive teams.
We found the local guys are competitive and tend to take a lot of pride in their shots.
Auf, meine Zähne werden kalt. CNN.
No matter what the weather, you'll find hardy Bavarians out enjoying nature.
Even in the middle of winter, you'll discover hiking trails and spectacular scenery. Is this a big part of your life out here?
Yeah, sure. Normally the parents take you when you're 4 or 5 years old already. So you grow up with mountaineering. Later you start to do some climbing or so when you're 12 or 15-year-old. There are a lot of possibilities in Bavaria. This region here in Garmisch offers a lot. Very nice to walk behind the ice curtains and see these things because it's a big contrast to summer where you have a lot of water going through and even people swimming through it, which are very tough.
Out.
Yeah.
Thousands of years of glacial runoff have created these beautiful gorges. They can be enjoyed by visitors to the region in every season.
The village of Garmisch is cosmopolitan, yet it retains its sense of warmth and tradition. At the family-run hotels, you'll discover the meaning of Gemütlichkeit, Bavarian friendliness and hospitality.
I enjoy the Bavarian style of life here.
Guten Abend. Will you please follow me to your table?
People come from all over the world to be taken care of in true Bavarian style and enjoy the fabulous scenery.
It's mountains here, a very marvelous place. It's the most beautiful black view in Germany. It's here in Garmisch-Partenkirchen. The weather is nice. You can look for hundreds of kilometers into the mountains. This is really outstanding. This is marvelous.
So whether you enjoy mingling with the guests and staff at your hotel or hanging out at the Stammtisch, you'll make plenty of friends in Garmisch.
For a fun-filled evening with traditional Bavarian entertainment, head to one of the local taverns.
Passport to Adventure team here in Garmisch, thanks for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you from another exotic corner of the globe.
Money. In 1776, the United States was desperately short on all counts, even as it was staring into the jaws of the world's mightiest superpower. George Washington had the unenviable job of molding farmers and merchants into a credible army. Benjamin Franklin set sail for Europe with an equally daunting challenge. Convinced the King of France to openly side with America against the British.
This was by no means an easy task. In the first place, the United States, even if the French recognized it as a legitimate country, was weak. There was absolutely no precedent for this sort of revolution to think that this new country could maintain its independence.
Franklin had no illusions about what was motivating the French. They were operating out of pure self-interest. They had an ancient rivalry with England.